Hope you're watching this live because we go through a lot of effort to bring this show on. And I have to tell you right off the bat, tomorrow I turn another decade. I mentioned that before. I want it out of the way. And the one thing I hate about people in this kind of business is using their, personal information and pushing that agenda on official machinery. In fact, in the Code of Corruption, as told to us under the Indian Civil Act, it's a very clear point. I think it's Article 17.2 or 18.4 or 15.9, which says that you cannot use official machinery for personal purposes, which translates into people, using this kind of thing to spread their birthday, anniversary, father's, sister's birthday, whatever. So I'm against it. Having said that, this is a birthday special, but not organized by me. Against my best wishes. I clearly told them don't mention the word birthday. Already in the morning in the gym, they made me pay for that bloody akuri, 2, 3 people unnecessarily. And India lost a match. So I was very upset about that as well. Those Indian women who I've been following, it sounds creepy, but that's not what I meant. What I mean is they've won my heart, and now I follow the Indian hockey team above the Indian cricket team, male or female or whatever the third party is. Now let me introduce our guests for the day. We thought, who would be the right people to call on a great man's birthday? Then we realized there's no great man, but there's a birthday. So we'll call my wife and the other guy. If you remember the three tenors, there's Luciano Pavarotti, Placido Domingo, and then there was the other guy who handled everything and actually organized everything. And Jose Carreras, his name nobody remembered. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to call in those two. Silverie will lead the show, and it will be a homage, a tribute, a sort of revelation of sorts, an insight into how a man who does nothing his entire life still has a job of sorts. All right. Let's in. Who should we call in first? Silverie, you come in first. Oh, you brought everybody in. How sad. Let me quickly introduce everybody. One waving was Kunal. Silverie's got the beard, and the clean shaven sort of is me and Ayesha. Aisha's making faces for some reason. And let me tell you, once again, I want to confess, she made sure she looked really nice and all that for a podcast, which is embarrassing. It's just a bloody podcast, not a feature film. But she went into the bathroom for an extra 10 minutes. And I don't know what she
I
did,
didn't.
but
And
you
when
gave
you
me a
said
heart
about,
attack. We live half an hour from our office, and you left at 9:26 to
which
make
is
it
what
off
I
for a
do
live
every
show.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, but you reached at 9:54, so you really cut it fine, and I
No,
don't like
I've been
that.
sitting. I had a whole conversation with my mother for 10 minutes.
But that was on because you have a mobile phone, so it's called a mobile phone because you
No,
can talk
I
from
was sitting
anywhere.
in
It's
front of
mobile,
the
and you can
silly
walk.
computer with some stupid screen up, and I had a phone
What?
conversation.
Don't
So,
abuse our screen, our office, and our computer because you can't blame Silvery for that.
but I
No,
came
this
here
is all
well in
ours.
time. There was parking downstairs,
You
everything.
came here with 6 minutes to spare, and you gave me a
Not
heart
at
attack.
all.
Kunal, of course, who was sent the bloody email link at 9:25,
Kunal, you're
had no
looking
idea about what
lovely.
was.
Stop it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm pouting.
Kunal, you remind me of those
Why is
movies
your
made by
camera above like that?
because
To
my
seem
Joseph Goebbels.
apron is there.
Goebbels came up with this whole
to
idea of taking the
highlight your
long.
cheekbones.
No,
No
Goebbels
doubt,
to
no doubt.
create the godlike effect. You take the high lens, keep the high lens like that, and that's why Hitler was always
You
shot
don't know
from
the
that point
first
of
thing
view.
about shooting, so shut up. Kunal,
Okay,
is
No,
that
this is about
sofa? Does
what
that
I know about
sofa
being a
have recipes
megalomaniac,
on it?
narcissist, and pushing your agenda. He's very delete now.
Cyrus, come on.
He's a
You'll
pushy guy
understand. There are megalomaniac narcissists are only people who name stadiums after themselves and have their own podcast for their birthday.
with their own name on it.
Their own name
Who
on
has their
it.
own podcast with their own name on it? I mean, that's as disgusting as you can get. And it makes sense if you're really big, like Bill Cosby before the crime, the Bill Cosby show. But if you're not, the Cyrus Broacha show makes no sense. It's like, what? The only word they understand
Ask,
is show.
ask
Silvery,
me.
Yep. Yes,
Kunal,
sir.
what happened? You
Nothing.
disappeared for a second.
I just
Can you do that
went.
again? That'll be fun for the entire group watching. Can you just disappear and come back?
Kunal, you're looking very slim.
Is there a,
Shall we talk about Cyrus? Shall we talk about myself? I think from
oh, one second.
106
Please,
episodes,
please go ahead.
Who's lagging?
100
Inside this chair is so uncomfortable. Oh my god. Ugh.
Silvery, are you lagging?
Am I?
I think you're lagging.
nobody's lagging, Cyrus. We are all here
Okay.
in time, in sync. Everybody's here.
And you're
Nobody's
just
Okay,
lagging.
I won't touch that. All right.
blabbing
Sorry.
on and on.
Let's. Aisha, don't bite your fingers and all that. It'll reflect
I'm
back
not.
poorly on me and how I brought you up after 20 years of marriage.
I'm not
Silvery
liking
will
the.
take
Yes.
care of the proceedings.
I don't like
Can you
Yeah.
that my
please not all talk
paintings
at the same time? This is not or not show.
paintings
Nobody's got glasses.
see
Oh,
all
or
the
a four.
paintings have to be seen. This
Which
is
paintings?
I'm there in the back also over there.
there.
There's a picture of 4 people, 3 looking young and 1 Kunal. And then there's that. I don't know. I can't see the painting properly. But you can see your paintings over my shoulder here.
Yeah, but you can only no, I can't see anything over my shoulder except all the kachra that I've
Just
got
okay,
over
I'll
my.
duck. Oh, sorry. Here now.
Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, now what are we supposed
People
to
have.
do on
I
the
can't
show?
believe
Can
people
we
have
get
Yes.
on
tuned
with
in to
it?
have to listen to this conversation. This is
Yeah,
ridiculous
we're having like a
prattle between two people discussing their paintings that can't be seen.
home
Please don't take your clothes off.
conversation.
No, it's not that kind of show. Just calm down.
Who?
Silverie, you take over. We're ready.
Okay, yes, please. Okay, firstly, happy birthday, Cyrus, in advance. Tomorrow's your birthday, big day. There are a lot of comments coming in,
Thank you.
wishing you a
Thank
very
you.
happy birthday. One
Thank
comment
you.
that stands out right now for me is Hemisha Marolia De Silva says, "Happy birthday, Cyrus. What do you give someone who already has a Kunal Vijayakar in his life? Stay
Oh
crazy and
God,
have a great one. Lots of love from me."
how
So,
sweet.
just starting off with a good, nice, friendly comment.
Well,
So,
I'm
I
the
the
first
my
question,
plan was my plan was
please
that
go ahead.
Kunal becomes the back present. You know that you return when people leave. But unfortunately, no one's coming in because of lockdown, so I can't return the back present. But
I think
who is
I
this?
think this I think Amisha is my fan, not your fan.
Kunal, I can't hear you, which actually is a blessing. I mean, I can hear you, but it's like you're underwater and drowning and
It's
that kind of
echoing a
effect.
bit. I think there's
Is
a
it?
kind of a
Yeah, it's
roomy
echoing.
echo.
That's what
But
I
I
was trying
Uh,
to say. Kunal's
No, no, it's very
Wi-Fi
clear
is crap.
here.
yeah.
So I think there's a problem with Cyrus and Silvery, but I can hear Kunal clearly.
yeah,
Talk,
I
Kunal.
can't hear Kunal.
yeah, I'm
Kunal,
on the full default mic, and this is how I do all my calls.
Okay,
So
now it's better.
no,
Yeah,
Kunal.
now
yeah,
it's better.
All your equipment has been horrible. Remember the stuff that I used in the studio also, where only one speaker was working. It's always been bad.
it's your
You
ears,
need.
Cyrus. It's not my equipment.
No, we even cleaned my ears. Remember, just before that last show.
Okay, can we get on with the next comment?
Okay.
No, no, but
Yeah.
lots of love from me. Wait, but we must say thank you at least. No, you're not even. Thank you, Hemisha, for that beautiful comment. And yeah, Kunal is now more Aisha's friend than my friend. It's fair to say. I become a full recluse, so you should discuss their relationship, our relationship, and also he's on a diet, so he's of no use to me. He doesn't want to eat out. He doesn't want to eat fancy food. He actually has like 6 cubes of something and curd rice, and that's his diet. And he's lost 8 kilos. So he's come down to say, double figures now. You're double figures, no?
I have come down from 106 to 94.8.
12 kilos. He's lost 12 kilos.
That's
Not bad.
amazing.
And so
Wow.
why have
Yeah.
you been so modest all these days? And hey, you haven't lost any weight.
Because every time I
You
say anything about my weight, everybody gets upset with me.
why should we
You
get
know,
upset?
I don't know whether to be happy, but I
The
can't hear
idea
his
was to
audio
lose
properly.
weight.
And honestly, I'm quite happy with that. So I'm not going to ask him to do anything.
Cyrus,
We
I
have
can hear
Silverie,
Aisha and
I can
Silverie, but
both hear my audio. What
okay, so
is the problem?
your voice is like 90-year-old man whose breathing is a problem, so half the words are swallowed in the lung issue that he's having. So like you're like Darth Vader who's about to die. So I'm getting half a syllable, and I'm working with that. But then I lose interest very quickly, and I just listen to
Silvery
the
is
other two.
getting very bored. Can we move on?
Kunal, if I
Right.
can make a
Yes,
suggestion,
yes.
would you happen to have a pair of earphones with a mic attached that you can just attach to your computer by any chance? I think then that'll definitely improve your voice. I mean, your sound.
I'll
If
have
you
to
have.
figure. No, I can try. Okay, so but I'll have to leave you all for a little while, and I will come back.
Okay, sure.
But you
We
should
will
have asked our
continue.
permission
No
and then
problem.
left, not left.
He just left.
So why
Yeah.
are you swiveling around like it's a merry-go-round?
But
Make
this is
me
a lack of
dizzy.
etiquette. This is the problem of being a Saint Marian. They don't
I
have the
mean,
manners that the rest of us have. It's very sad to
it's
say.
fine.
Because I mean, Silver, you're suggesting something, then you say, okay, maybe I should do that. Then you come to a consensus, and then it's done. He just left. I mean,
I mean, it's
this is
fine.
very
He's trying to
fascist
figure out
of
our
him.
sound for our show. That's fine. That's fine. It's all good.
Okay,
Anyway, let's get
all
to the
right.
questions. Let's get to the other questions. A lot of
Next,
these are coming
we've
through
done one
mail.
question.
The
Yeah.
first one is what are some of the birthday traditions at the Brocha household? Like, do you have some birthday traditions? Something you celebrate? So
Yeah,
somewhere you
yeah.
go?
Like
It's
Anno
very
Domini, before Christ. There are two phases here. There's BD before drinking and AD after drinking. So
no, no, no.
there's
It starts
giving
off
up
with
drinking. Whatever, you know
Cyrus's
what I mean.
mother and all the parsiness that goes on with all the designs outside the door and the
One
cake
sec,
and
one sec. Ringo has come
the
back. Ringo has
toran.
come back to join the three more worthy Beatles. Ringo,
Yeah.
hi.
Hi,
Let's hear your sound.
I can. I mean, this is the
Good
No,
best I
man.
can do now. Yeah.
It's even worse than
Cyrus,
it was
it's even
before.
worse. Sorry.
It,
This is
it it's even worse. Even
worse.
Rishi is shouting in the back room because
And,
you were
and
disrespectful to
those
him, and now we know
airpods
why.
look so ridiculous.
Yeah, because you're trying to be hip and you look like an old man yeah, it's not working, bro. You sit on that couch, lie down, put a cover over yourself, and just keep nodding. I will tell you at what point.
No,
Sorry,
now
Kunal, you
you're
went on
muted.
mute. You went on mute.
He's purposely gone on mute.
Mute,
I don't know.
unmute.
Kunal, you're on mute. There's
I
a
was
mute button
mute.
right
Kunal
below.
is no.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You're not
Okay.
going to solve it,
Cyrus, stop
Kunal. You're
complaining
completely
about his bloody
useless.
sound.
You're
Let's
better
get
with
on
There's
with
nothing wrong
plants
with
and things like that.
Cyrus.
Not your
Day
thing.
in and day out, I'm doing these Zoom calls on this thing, and nobody's ever complained about the sound. What is this sound? This
This is
sound?
not a Zoom call. It's a StreamYard call. It's a one-up, and you're not able to
It's not
whatever
one up.
stuff you're
Please say.
using.
Okay,
When you
let's get
buy
on with the damn
second-hand
Okay,
mal
okay.
in the
birthday,
grey
man.
market,
Another
you pay
50
for
years
it.
will go on.
Yeah. Okay.
Chalo.
Getting back to the
This
question.
show was supposed to be a
Some
dedication to the greatness of the man who won the fourth battle of Panipat single-handedly. And instead of talking about him, we're discussing your failure in the audio and visual stimulus situation, which we knew would happen in any case. So what I
Okay,
say
come
is,
on, Antariksh, move
yes.
on.
Kunal, you
Yes.
answer
Shows
only in
for
yes
What
or no.
are
That way we'll be able to handle what you're saying.
Sai, shut
Silverie,
up,
I'm sorry.
Okay.
please.
Is that what you
All
say
right.
to a man who
But
provides for
please,
you?
Who turns
When you wanted
50
that diamond
tomorrow?
ring, who bought it? When you wanted those fur
it's
coats,
a
which I'm against because
valuable
it's animal
morning in
cruelty,
other
who bought
people's
it?
lives.
When you
This is
wanted
a
to
waste.
travel from here to Germany on your own, who paid for that trip? And one way, of course, and then the return you paid on
Okay,
your
it's a
own
waste
because
of
I
my
wasn't
time.
that
Come
keen.
on.
Ah,
Yeah.
Silverie,
All right.
what's the next one?
Yeah. So I was asking about the traditions at the Brocha household. What do you guys do? What's a typical
She
birthday like?
was mouthing
I
off
was
about my
trying to
mother
say,
putting up some stuff. Huh. Come
now
on,
I
take
Yes,
out
lost
Asha?
it.
your. You were
Arey,
talking about the
answer
mother
me.
getting up and putting things outside on the door.
I don't do
Kunal, the
anything. No.
less you speak, the better, huh? From the point of view of clarity.
Toran,
Yeah,
this, that, and the other. That damn bloody Toran stinks for days afterwards.
true.
Yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
a fan. I'm not a fan, but I live there, and it's difficult to tell people what to do after they've done it for 40 years, 41, 42,
I like
depending on
the
how old
chalk
I am now.
designs. Those are very sweet. We get these little chalk designs with happy birthday, and then the dogs will run through it and destroy everything. So
Anyway,
that's really
back in the
sweet.
day when I was a hedonist and a drinker, Silverie, my birthday would be brought in by wild celebrations by whoever the hell was there, and we'd be drunk completely out of our mind well before the birthday hour,
Yeah.
and it would be a beautiful thing. And you'd wake up only after lunch, but those days are gone. Now I go to
We can
sleep.
try
I'll be
it again,
asleep.
Sai.
No, I've
I'm
lost my
okay.
interest in alcohol,
Come
and I don't want to
on,
meet
come on,
people.
come
I feel very
on.
happy when people don't say hello to me.
Tomorrow,
I go
shall we call
when I walk
everybody
on the
from
road. If
Alibag,
people
all our
don't say
neighbors?
hello, avoid you, I that makes me happy now. Things
The
have changed
neighbors want to
completely.
come for a birthday party.
We don't have any neighbors that we talk to.
We do.
What are you
I'm on
talking
2
about?
village chats on
Those
either
building chats are
side because
awful.
not building, village.
Yeah.
We live in a village. So Girard,
Okay.
Sathir J, and then just Girard, and we can call them all.
Okay. She's not had a medication, so whatever she's saying may not make sense to people listening. But
What is?
she's pure of
Yeah.
heart.
What is this
She's
village?
pure of heart.
What
But
is
as you
village?
age, all kinds of things happen,
Cyrus
and you have
wants to run
conversations that
away
disconnect you from
from
reality.
Bombay
I don't
to
know.
Aha.
Poor Silverie has no idea. Silverie, do you understand basic Punjabi?
I've
Because
no
this is
idea.
I don't know what she's saying. I can't even translate it.
We
Yeah.
are going
But yeah,
No.
to
we live in a
Alibag
village.
where
It takes a village to
Cyrus
raise a
wants to.
child.
Oh, okay. Got it.
My God.
Aisha, you're dressed
You
like a farmer.
muted?
All right.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
we've
going to my
asked him not
village
to
house.
speak in the interest of clarity. But it's a bit like Congress telling Rahul Gandhi what to do, but I'm sure he'll at some point surface. You're wearing a farmer's outfit. Silverie wants to know why. Aisha,
I'm not gonna say
That's fine.
anything, sir. You have
this
to
is your
shut up.
tribute.
You call
This is your
people on the
tribute.
show and then you just
This is
go
your
on and on.
homage. It was supposed to be an homage.
I didn't have breakfast and now I'm hungry and I'm getting a headache.
That's our show's thing. Giving headaches and making sure you don't eat. That's the two things we guarantee on this show. What I like is Kunal is now a painting. He's just a painting that moves
I
slightly.
don't
Yeah.
know what to say.
A middle-aged Mona Lisa, should we
Yeah.
say?
Yeah. The next, I think we should go move to the next question.
Yeah, I think
Yes,
so too.
please.
Next
Next one.
At the moment, it is becoming into an argument between Cyrus and Aisha. So we'll get
Let's
to
hope
viewers
this is the
and
last time they
All
will
right.
have us on
Kunal,
Yes,
the
I
show.
absolutely.
can't hear what you're saying. Can you do
Really
this in
quite
real life?
boring. What?
Can you be like this in real life, but not on the show? On the
What?
show, we wanted to hear you. How sad.
Who?
Cyrus, are you just joking about not understanding what Kunal is saying? Because I can hear him.
It's echoing. It's
Uh,
like I can hear him, but it's
everybody
like
can hear
every
him.
word he says
Yeah.
is like twice. So it's like he's got a stammer. Every descends into fighting. It's like that. So it's just like I don't appreciate the attitude.
I think it is your headphone, Cyrus. Everybody else can hear me clearly, okay?
No,
Yeah.
there's still that
all good.
echo like thing.
Okay,
there is a
anyway,
slight
are we
echo,
getting on
yes,
with?
but it's fine. We can all
Okay,
understand what he's saying. Anyway, let's move on to the question. Next question.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yes.
This whole podcast,
Uh,
you're talking about my audio
yes.
otherwise.
No, your audio
very
is not
Yeah,
going to
I
be a
mean, yeah.
central part
Let's
of the
just go ahead.
podcast. We can't disregard it. I would say 20% will be about your
Cyrus, are
audio
we
or
going
lack
to
of
talk
it.
about your birthday
No, I just
or
want to
not?
mention that lack of clarity in any case is there. And on top of that, lack of audio clarity from Kunal. So we're getting nothing from
You
him.
should have
Kunal,
done
take your
all
shirt
of
off.
this.
Give us some visual insights. Take your clothes off and just stay there and be like the sex symbol on our show.
Will stop
Because
talking
we
to your
want
wife
you
like
there.
this, Cyrus.
My wife is a sex symbol. I don't know what the problem is there. She's a beautiful woman. Are you not a beautiful woman, sweetie? Sweets? Lovey? Dearie?
I don't know who's going to
Dearie?
be watching this show, Cyrus. This is horrible. Get on with it. Antariksh,
Okay.
please.
Silverie?
Next
Silverie,
one
this is how
comes
they
in
treat a
from
person who's
Daksh.
going to turn 50 the next day. I mean, they should be
I
saying.
mean, I thought we were going to like sing happy
I
birthday
was
and shit
expecting.
like that.
Can I be honest? I was expecting poetry. I thought Aisha has composed a poem and she's going to get
Do
up
you
and
let
say it.
anybody speak, Cyrus?
I'm ready for my poem.
Oh, shut
Go
your
on.
mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Your birthday is tomorrow. You're going to be 50. I don't know.
A, B, and then it didn't go anywhere. Nice. I
Yeah.
like the style.
Yeah.
Free verse in
Yeah.
a way. Okay,
Yeah.
great, great.
Working on
You
it.
keep
All
trying.
right.
Kunal loves the poem. He's
I'll ask
recorded it
Sunil
in memory.
Bajaj.
Kunal, your face will explode if you laugh anymore internally. Open your mouth and laugh properly. It's okay. Audio, no audio.
It's
I'll
very
ask
good.
Sunil
Yeah.
Bajaj to write us a poem.
Superb.
No, no more. No mass.
It-
Silverie,
Someone
what's
here,
our next question?
someone in the chat has said Cyrus is stalling talking about his birthday because he doesn't want to address turning 50.
Yeah.
I think.
No, but
is
the
what is
birthday is
happening.
me, Aisha, and Maya, and our two dogs are going to Aisha's house, and then I'm going to stay there for 2 days and basically do nothing, and then come back. Aisha, I hope you're not calling people over or anything, huh? Please,
Of course
because there's a
I am. I
lockdown.
just told you I want a party. Yeah, all these bloody boring 50-year-olds. I mean, everybody I know is turning a year older and nobody wants to have a party. I'm having a party. I am.
Can I not be there for my party?
Are
You
Baba,
cannot
but
be there.
the place is big enough. We can go and sit under one tree somewhere, no?
Why
Yeah,
not sit
be
on a
careful.
tree?
A snake will come and pop out and say hello to you and join the party.
Go alone and sit under one tree. Other people
What kind
will
of
come.
party? What kind of party where you don't serve snakes? I mean, you
Where
should.
we will. Sai, party is on hand. It's an
My
open invitation.
Aisha,
Yes.
Aisha, don't call people. The whole idea
I
was
am
2 days
calling
of peace
people.
here.
No.
Nobody wants to celebrate their 50th birthday. It's embarrassing.
You
Nobody
always
says,
love it
I
when
don't.
they come.
And
No, I
I am
don't.
and listen, I am coming and I'm bringing banned products with me.
What? Now suddenly you're clear. And the worst news. Why are you coming?
What is
Why
bad
is he coming?
products, Kunal?
Aisha, everything cannot be said. This is public. We suggest things.
Kunal is worried. Let me tell you Kunal's fear. Let me explain to everyone who's out there.
I mean,
Kunal is worried that in a country where rape, molestation, casteism, communalism, genocide from time to time is prevalent, the whole
Yeah.
country, Pegasus included, is after him for bringing one piece of beef from one district to another, and he will be put in jail forever because of that. It's a lovely sentiment, Kunal, that you think that they'll use all the ED, the CBI, everyone will be behind you
But
for
the
that
thing
one
is-
piece of beef.
Are you
But
telling
the
me?
thing is,
Are you telling me it's never happened before? That the
exactly,
ED law
it's a
goes
possibility.
after somebody for something that doesn't seem very substantial?
Exactly, it's
But
very
I think
possible that it can
you should
happen.
treat it as an honor if it does happen, because I personally the odds are against it. To be frank,
And with all that honor, I'll be sitting in lockup. Who wants that kind of honor, Cyrus?
Yeah.
okay, I can't hear you, Kunal. So I'll just nod. Whatever you're saying, I hope it's positive.
I
Thanks,
don't know
Kunal.
what
Thank
to do
you.
with- I do not know
Thank
what to do with that.
Now it sounded like when the fish sort of die, their last breaths, you can hear that goggle, goggle, goggle. It's like that. If you pursed your lips and did this and talked, I would actually think you're a goldfish. Aisha, she's left the
Huh?
conversation, so we can talk openly now, guys. You're just three
We're
men
not talking
in a
about
conversation.
anything.
No, I'm trying to discuss the birthday plans, and I told you I
But
want to
you're
be
not.
alone and
I'm telling
away
you what
from
I'm
social
saying, and you're not.
socialization.
Yeah, but you're. Come on. I mean, life is short, Sai. We got to a big milestone now. Let's rock it a bit.
No. I've outdrunk myself. I've partied myself. I meet too many. I
100
meet too many
years
people.
between you
I
and
meet too
me.
many.
We are a full
I meet.
bloody century. You
I
don't
walk
meet
dogs all the time.
anybody.
I meet people. I meet people
You
at work.
don't
I
meet
meet
anybody.
thousands of
You just
people.
go on jabbering
No,
on this
there are too
bloody
many people. Too many
podcast.
people. I can't handle it anymore. I tell you honestly, I
They're
can't. There's just
coming.
everywhere I go, there are people. I just want to break from human beings. I won't be
So what's an
around
ideal
any other
birthday for
thing.
you, Cyrus? What's the ideal,
Uh,
most ideal birthday for you?
air conditioned comfort, in the same room, everything brought to me, food, drink, etc.,
Not
and
gonna
nobody around.
happen. Not gonna happen.
I wish if anyone wants to gift me
How is
that.
it any different from another day?
But I don't get AC all day now, because unlike you, we don't tell the staff to put
Why
the
we
AC
might
on when
not even
Saab
have
is
electricity.
imminent
Forget about
arrival.
bloody AC. You
You
might
know,
not even have a
you want
fan.
to you want to know how Kunal saves the ecology and environment? What he does is he has the AC put on half an hour before he enters, so the room is cold. I really appreciate that, Kunal. The things that you do set you apart. As they say, Garib Desh and all that. You are the center of that Garib Desh and Garib philosophy that we have around us. There's not too much of a good thing with my friend Kunal. Now back
But
to me. It's my
I get
birthday,
that
and this is
sentiment
my
though.
decision.
Excuse me. Poverty and richness is all very relative, okay? Yeah,
Oh
just
God, are we gonna
yeah,
discuss this? Let's not. Let's
We
not.
poked
Let's
the
not.
bear. Ladies and
I mean,
gentlemen, the bear has
Let's
No,
been poked.
not.
I
And
I
stand
you
mean,
can
with
guess who
Kunal
the
though.
bear is.
I stand
compared
with
to you,
Kunal.
That's the smaller bear.
compared to you, I will always be Garib.
What? Hello? I live the life of a leftist. I wear dirty clothes. I don't spend money on anything. How can you compare me to you?
We are not
Your
talking
shoes
about
cost
your
more than my month's
behavior.
pay. Your
Shall we show
shoes, your glasses,
everybody?
your hair, your haircut. Boss,
Shall
you're
we
from a different world.
show
Cyrus,
Look at
spending
me.
and earning,
I have
spending.
I'm from the soil. I'm a son of the soil. I'm the people's
Yes.
king. I'm a common touch guy.
What?
You, on the other hand, you're from this regal aristocrat family that is above everybody else, living in your bubble. You and your bloody cousin. What the hell do you know about reality? Unbelievable.
What
If
happened
you
to the birthday wishes?
if you
Can we
have
back?
finished your rant, there is a big difference between earning and spending. Okay, I spend, you earn. That is the difference.
Oh, no. Don't start that. That's a lot of bull, my friend. You
Not
spend, not only
no.
spend.
Hello.
Kunal has changed, Aisha.
The
You,
next time
Baman,
your
and Rahul have
children
changed
ask
him. When he was
the
closer to
next
me,
time your
he dressed
children ask
decently
for
badly.
food,
He drank cheap vodka. He didn't ask for anything. His shoes were crap. Now,
doesn't
my
matter.
God, the
Your
man started
children
wearing
get
his. The
quality
day he started
food.
putting his watches back on, I realized I lost him. He left the communist movement and he moved right back to this group of people who wear purple socks
On
and who discuss
which angle are you a
consumerism
communist?
day in and day out.
No.
You are the son of consumerism. You, my
What?
friend, are like a teenage girl from Lokhandwala who spends the whole day on the phone talking about handbags. The only difference is she's skinny. That's the only difference. Silverie, let's
Which
talk about my
angle
birthday now.
are
This is
you?
all
Yes,
going
yes,
the
yes.
wrong direction. I
Yep.
want to spread the
So
love. Love.
next question comes in from Daksh Wadhwani. He says, "Hey Cyrus, Cyrus is spelled with 3 Y's. Says Cyrus, I love your work, man. A very happy birthday. I've loved your work for years. Avid listener of the podcast. Was listening recently to the Valentine's Day episode from 2019 with Kunal and
Oh,
Ayesha. On that
oh
episode,
no.
he says on that
Yes,
episode you had all talked about
For
Cyrus being cheap.
punishment, picture. Yeah.
yes, yes,
Huh?
Yes,
yes,
yes. He says
yes.
we talked about Cyrus being cheap.
What?
How he didn't even have reading glasses because someone hadn't gifted them to him. Hilarious. Question for Aisha and Kunal: has Cyrus become any better since then with respect
Oh
to his
God,
cheapness?
no. Worse,
Worse, worse, worse.
worse. I mean, it's
I
just
just told you he's from Lokhandwala.
he's going downhill from here. You know. I mean,
Look. The fellow who says Lokhandwala with such disdain is the Palma Hill snob, and he's a
Yeah.
communist and a socialist from where?
Yes.
Uh,
correct.
Cyrus, what do you have to say to that? Do you agree?
I'm not cheap. I have to spend on my son's education,
Oh my
on my
God.
wife's house in Alibag. I spent the
Fuck
bloody
off.
money. No, it's not. It didn't. God didn't give it. Demonetization didn't help. I did all this. I don't like buying ridiculous things like sunglasses, like these eyeglasses. Don't cost too much. So I try
No, they
to
don't.
save them, and like this is a broken pair, but we put araldite on both sides, and it's working. There's no need to go like Kunal and spend 4,000-5,000 rupees every time on some. I don't even know how much it costs. I think he spends
You get nothing
20,000.
for 4,000-5,000 rupees.
And how much do you spend on glasses?
32,000 rupees.
I can't do this show. I'm paralyzed
No,
now.
that can't be true.
I can't believe this in this economy and the way people are losing
No,
their
no.
jobs.
Yeah.
32,000 bucks for a pair of glasses, and you look like Billy Bunter. Look at that. What the hell have you done?
And they get
And you
flown in from the UK.
and I'm the Lokhandwala hypocrite. Huh? 32,000 bucks on his glasses. Can you imagine how much the socks cost? The pants, the shirt, the belt. The belt doesn't even go around him in the old days. Now it does apparently. But Silverie, My
But
point
still,
is, like, I spend money when they force me to spend money. I don't like to spend money on consumerism that much. It never appeals to me, honestly. I don't understand why shirts and pants should be so expensive.
Sai, you
I believe the
don't
government should
spend
give you
money.
clothes. Why can't the government give you clothes? We pay tax. Clothes
Yes,
should come with
they
that.
do
Why should
that.
clothes be
Oh,
extra?
they do it. They do it only in North Korea. They're doing it. They give clothes, food, shoes, everything the government provides.
Coming
Is that
from the only guy on the panel who looks like Kim Jong Un, that's a
that,
big one for me to swallow.
that's the
Really?
society we
Yeah.
want to be?
What?
That's the society we want to be. North
Okay, come
Korea.
on, move on, move on.
You, out of the two of us, who's the bigger fascist? Who's the bigger bully? Who's the
You,
put down specialist? Who's the
the
unfriendly
truth,
snob?
the
Please, not
truth
me.
is with you.
Uh,
You just do it with better vocabulary.
People who know both of us know who's the dangerous one and who's the easygoing one. Please, thank you very much. And that goes for you as well, Aisha. I'm sorry you're exposed in society now. People know that I'm actually the nice guy. Before they thought, oh, you make too much
You
fun of your
you
wives
may
and all.
be the
But then they
nice
meet
guy.
you. And once they meet you, everything changes.
You may be the
It's like
nice guy,
until you
but that
saw
doesn't take away from the fact that you are
until
cheap.
you
You
saw
are
the Cape Buffalo
cheap,
in its
Okay,
environment
cheap.
and see how aggressive it is, you think
can
it's
I
a
get
very sweet
into?
buffalo. And
I
you
think
see
Okay,
it
it's
come on.
gorging Kunal's bum, and you know it's not.
okay. We should do
Yeah,
a
please
quick
speak.
exercise. Let's do a quick poll on this podcast, and Antariksh gets
Right.
voted. Let people
yeah.
answer
Yeah.
who is the nicer guy. I'm
Okay,
What do
asking
you
done.
mean by nicer?
People in
everybody
the
out.
chat, people in the chat, please reply to what Kunal just
See,
said. Who is
I'm
nicer,
kinder to,
Kunal or
I'm
Cyrus?
kinder, I'm kinder to animals and to strangers. And you're better with people you know. Okay, but how do you judge? Because people you know, I think, are overrated. So the whole philosophies are very different. But definitely with strangers, I'm better than you. 100%. I guarantee you. Kunal, you can't deny it. You're terrible. People even tell me, why is he in a bad mood all the
Why
time?
can't we
But
ask other people? Let's ask other people for their opinions.
A
Nobody
lot of
said
people
who's
he's
think
other
in a
Cyrus,
bad
people?
mood
Kunal. A lot of
except
people think
you.
Kunal.
And what about my wife? You
Well,
sexist bastard. You're not letting her speak. You got a woman on the panel just to make up numbers. She's not said a
Antariksh,
word.
I know
Sweetie,
she's just
Antariksh,
sweetie,
getting
can you
So
hear
a
us?
headache.
Do a
the
mic,
best
mic check, do a
best
mic check.
answer
Huh?
best answer to who's more likable, Kunal or Cyrus. The best answer is both are snobs. Aisha's the realist.
Who's that? Who's that? Who's in
That
that?
was sent in
Oh, I
by,
like that.
and I missed the name. There are too many chats now. Okay, that was sent in by the
Let me tell
plant-based
you a
foodie. Okay.
story. Let me tell you a story about the foodie, as you call him, and how
Yeah.
salt of the earth he is. One day when we were driving back from Cuff Parade many years ago, and the road had been dug up, and some of these street vendors and slum dwellers had moved into the main road because the whole pavement had been dug up where they normally sleep. Let's call them pavement dwellers, frankly. Um, he got a little upset because he had to turn the car and drive carefully and not run over them. And then very seriously asked me, if I ran over them and killed them, wouldn't I make their lives better? Okay, without trying to be funny.
what
He actually
lies?
said,
I never said
no, 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 no,
this.
no, no, no. No milk of
Absolute
human
lie.
kindness. No, 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 no. No Mother Bloody Teresa. Nothing like that. Don't you
I
dare.
just
Don't you
have a
dare.
vivid
Huh.
imagination. This is all rubbish.
No. Naughty boy. Naughty boy.
Absolute
Vicious
rubbish.
man.
There
Vicious
is
man.
there's one famous Bomber
South Bombay
Irani and
snob
Kunal
written all
story.
over you. He's a breeze candy boy, huh? Born in Mazgaon, which is relatively a better place to be,
Yeah,
and then a
I
breeze candy
wasn't
snob.
born
Breeze candy
in
is the
Glasgow.
worst of
See, how
South
much you
Bombay.
know about me? I
Breeze
wasn't
Cyrus,
candy
born.
Valkeshwara are in the finals of the worst of South Bombay. Like the worst.
I
Yeah, also the
wasn't.
worst athletes come from there. Aisha
Kunal, you were
is
saying?
being bored.
Cool.
Aisha,
Yeah, I'm
Aisha,
really
what are you doing?
bored. Is I'm
Why do you
listening.
contribute at home? You don't stop talking until people beg you.
I don't
Well,
stop
now, not a
talking.
word.
Huh? I can't get
Who's
a
the
word in
bigger snob, him
edgewise.
or me? Who's the bigger snob, him or me? Be honest and
I am
neutral.
the realist. You can do whatever you guys want
What
with each
realist?
other.
Yeah.
When you're salt of the
Uh,
earth, you fight with
Yes,
everybody. You fight
I don't
from the
fight with
moment you wake
anybody.
up.
Right.
You're
I am
the person on the road
communist.
when you
I'm
go to run.
socialist.
You're a,
I'm kind.
Can
Yeah.
you're
I?
not kind. You're like Jackie. You're a young Jackie Chan. You're always in
I'm
a
not.
brawl.
No,
I'm
no, no.
I'm
With
coming
whom?
to this.
Who am
Can I?
I
You can't walk
in
out
a
of the
brawl
show.
with? I'm the
Look at
most
this
just
inconsiderate
and fair
snob.
person.
It's a
I just
live
want to
show and
bring.
he's going somewhere.
I'm
Where you
just
Where are
going?
you going?
I want to bring something to eat.
Where you going?
I'm hungry. I
Hey,
want to
I
bring.
also want something
No,
to
you,
eat.
you
I'm
can't
really
you can't eat
hungry.
in the middle of the show. You can't walk out. No, that's not
I'm
right.
not walking
That's
out.
not
At
fair.
least 30 seconds.
That's what
I'll
I
be back.
mean.
In
Salt
any
of the
case,
earth
Cyrus,
person doesn't do
you're doing
that.
all
You
your
don't
own
disrespect
talking.
the
So
medium. Really.
what are we? I mean, we're just here, filling up two
They want
screens.
you to pay homage, and you're not paying homage. You're taking
But
the
you're not
side of
giving
this
us a
guy.
chance.
you,
Okay,
Okay,
I'm
I'll
let
keep
them
listening.
quiet
talk,
for 30
Cyrus.
seconds.
They would love to
You
pay
talk.
homage.
Aisha, you talk. You talk. On this,
Any more
the eve of
comments?
I'll play
your,
you homage.
huh?
What are you going to do?
So now I stop talking and nobody says anything. It's like suddenly everybody's dead. So better I talk then, no? You can't have a podcast which is live and
But
nobody's talking.
Antariksh is
It's not a
supposed
set of
to.
paintings, and people just watch them for 1 hour. Oh, 11 o'clock, painting show's over. No, it's not that. Where's he going? I'm not. This guy's never
He's gone
allowed
to
on our
get
show
food.
again.
But
And
Okay.
I,
see,
I
I'll go to
don't
the
this
next
is the
see other
same
question.
guy who
people
tried to run over pavement dwellers. You saw how he did it. It's all about him. Kunal's story is about level of comfort for Kunal. It's got nothing to do with us. Our show, homage to the great man, that's all bull. Now he wants to eat, so off he goes. And since we said no, he just ducked and went like it's an accident. And he thinks we can't see him. And he thinks we won't
Hey,
notice
there's a
when 200
message
kilos
over
walks
here
out of the
for
Hey, there's
frame.
a
Antariksh.
there's a poll
Check the
on
poll on your chat.
on our IVM account. Kunal or Cyrus, who is nicer? 58% say Kunal.
Sigh. All right.
Oh, hilarious. All right, next one comes
This
in
is why democracy
from
is wasted on people. It's just something they can't understand. You have to have educated democracy. You can't allow these people to vote. They shouldn't have the right to vote for anything. This 58% should be blocked completely forever. The
You're
install should be
speaking.
cancelled.
You're speaking like the BJP. You're not happy with your loss, Cyrus.
And
This
what
is
is wrong with the
democracy.
BJP? What is wrong? You think if
Okay,
you're from
stop.
Lokhandwala, you can't be BJP? Of course you can.
All right.
Kunal, what are you
Next
eating?
one.
Yeah, what are you
What are you
eating?
eating? Since you're on a diet, what are you allowed to eat?
खाने में क्या है
Papaya.
कुणाल?
Huh?
Papaya.
खाने में क्या है, Kunal?
Papaya?
Yeah.
Since when?
1 sec, 2 minutes silence. How the mighty have fallen. The great non-veg connoisseur of the world. Steak, pig, bacon, pork,
Anybody
salad,
never looked
chicken,
at anything
chicken,
wrong
mutton,
with it.
lamb.
Yes, papaya.
And looking
Anybody
down on
knows
fruits
papaya.
would tell me we can't go to the wedding, it's vegetarian. And now consigned to papaya. Forget the 58%. I have a message for you. Superb. This makes me very happy on the eve of my 50th birthday
Not
that he's
papaya.
going to be a fruit wala. Hey, Aisha, introduce him to the building WhatsApp. Now they're all fruit sellers on our building WhatsApp. They can have a nice conversation. Yeah.
You want
Always
avocado
discussing the
today,
price of
Kunal?
fruit.
Imported avocado? They're
But doesn't
all
Imported
papaya-
avocado.
Doesn't papaya look like smoked salmon?
It kind of does,
It's
yeah.
great that you have
Like-
these fantasies
Why
because
not?
that's all you'll ever
What?
have. You're not
Yeah, it
allowed
looks
to
like-
eat smoked salmon, so it's done.
Why?
Karma.
You can eat smoked salmon. It's
Nicest
pretty-
guy, my foot, nicest guy. I can't believe this. I'll this myth that's being perpetuated has to be stopped. I'll figure it out. People have to see the
Arey,
revelation. the truth.
Cyrus, now accept. This is like Trump not accepting the results, man.
It's nice of you to compare me to such a wonderful man. I'll accept that. But other than that, I have to tell you that this is a rubbish result. This is 8 people watching this show, of which 4.5 have given their thing. It's possible that you went inside the room and just sent from your other computer to a text. And
How?
that makes it 58%. This mathematical
Yeah.
figure from 5 or 6 people that Silverie has decided to come up with. Where's the proof?
75
This is
votes.
like that or
Just
not.
saying.
Yeah.
Immediately
It's how they fix
75
the
votes.
news media ratings. I don't believe all this nonsense. I reject it. I reject that
Okay,
conclusion.
come on. Anything else?
Okay, yes. Next one comes in from
Hello,
Marissa Vegas.
Aisha, stop acting like you need a little attention. Just talk. Come on.
I don't want
This is-
attention. I just want to get on with it, Cyrus.
It's
You
a free
get the
forum.
get to the
Everybody's
questions.
allowed to speak here. We never stop anyone. I'm the king
Everybody
of
may be allowed
informality.
to speak, but are you
Mr.
letting
Nice
me
Guy.
speak? You're not letting me speak. So
But
then
you
what
have
is
to.
the point?
Should I hold your hand? I can't hold your hand. You have to speak.
No, shut your mouth. That
I
might
did it
help.
and nobody spoke for 30 seconds and he went and got
It takes a
papaya.
little
The
while,
whole
there's
group
a
fell after
sudden
that.
silence. I mean, let's have
The
a
homage to
conversation.
me became a show about homage to papaya.
Okay, come
And
on,
he's eating live.
Silverie, come
You
on,
got a
come
lot of
on.
letters saying don't eat live. It looks terrible.
Ah,
And we
come
can even
on.
hear him swallowing
Something
papaya.
is saying, it's saying something on the bottom of the screen.
It's saying subscribe to the
Please
channel
like-
because nobody does. So
Please
we
like
keep
the
saying
stream.
that.
Yes. Please like the stream.
Okay.
But nice of you to bring
Uh,
that up, Aisha. That's all good for the economy. Silverie Jan, shall we take a break? It's 10:33 and these guys are going on yapping in my ear.
Yes, sir. Let's
It's
take a break.
10:28. It's 10:28.
33
10:33.
on our.
10:28.
Yeah.
It's
33.
10:34.
Your Mac needs to go home.
No, it's the medication he's on. He doesn't know what's going on. Kunal, how many fingers?
10:33.
Kunal, how many
Kunal.
fingers?
But
Think
all
three. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a nicer guy. This is a nicer guy. You want him to lead India? This lovely, nice guy. Can
I'll
you put your
lead
face
India
up,
very well.
Kunal? People are watching. I spat on the
I
computer
lead
screen.
India very well.
That's the live on my screen. Now, how do I clean it? Oh, I'll use this. Okay, we're taking a quick break. Break's over, and we're back after the break. And it's time for us
Yes.
to go into the better part of this show, the second half, where we basically discuss all things Cyrus. Go ahead, Silverie.
Next one comes in from Marissa Vegas. She says, "Hi Cyrus, Aisha, and
Hi,
Kunal.
Marissa.
Huge
Hello.
Huge fan here from the United States. have been listening to the podcast since 2018 when I used to still be in India. I have two questions.
Huge fan
You are now
of
50
the
years old.
podcast, not of Kunal and Aisha. Just clarify.
Or
Yeah,
you.
sorry. But what,
Yeah,
you can't
I
be a
have
fan
two
of the
questions, he
podcast and not
says.
me. I'm part of the damn podcast. What is it, like the background?
Arey, he's
What
asking a
sense are you making?
question. Let him ask the
Sorry.
question.
He's not asking a question. She. Marissa is a female name. Whatever that
Yeah.
goalies you're taking, take less. Yeah, go on.
Okay, go on.
Says, I have two questions. You are now 50 years old, Cyrus. What has always irritated you for years and makes you mad even now? And number two, what is the
Oh
one
no, bad
food that you
question,
have
bad
loved all
question.
your life and still do?
Okay, first
So
question. I
the
was just
food you
thinking
love.
about it yesterday
Yeah.
because I asked this guy on the road whether he's in love with me. I said, "मुझसे प्यार करता हूँ," or words to that effect, and
Say that again.
he was stunned. Kunal is joking. Kunal, don't die.
This is how Kunal does.
Kunal, it's a papaya. Please die with a steak in your mouth, bro. I won't be able to do the eulogy. It's
What did you
terrible.
ask the guy? Sai, can you say that again?
मुझसे प्यार करता हूँ. I asked him, and he said, he looked
मुझसे
at me
प्यार
and he said,
करता हूँ.
yeah,
Yeah,
But
that's
say ho.
wrong Hindi also. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
full
look.
on.
मुझसे प्यार
I mean,
करते हो and
करता है,
question.
करता है. चलो
Yours
ठीक
is
है.
a statement.
And he looked
मुझसे
at,
प्यार करता हूँ.
हाँ.
it changes the
Anyway,
meaning
to
of
cut a
So
long,
then
everything.
go ahead, Cyrus.
to cut a long story short, he didn't understand what the hell I was saying. But my point is
Obviously,
the staring. I can't stand the staring. And sometimes I work out in the morning at 6 o'clock downstairs. You know, I'm always eyeballing the watchman, but they just keep staring. Indians just don't understand that staring is aggressive. You know, they just
it's
stare,
not
not don't realize they're
aggressive.
doing something wrong. It
It's
is
not
aggressive.
aggressive. It's just it's
You don't stare in
curious.
in New York, they'll shoot you. You go and stare in New York. Go in Moscow and stare at someone. Go, go, go.
But
Go to
they
Serbia
don't
and stare at
know.
someone.
You know, I mean, there's a world out there. You got to look at it.
But
All
when
right?
will it end, the staring?
That
I don't
is
stare at anyone. That's
interesting.
why I want to be alone in Alibag. And you want to call
But
people
you
who come
don't
and
see
stare.
anything, Cyrus. You
And
have
the
such
worst thing is when they wish you
clear-cut
happy birthday
vision.
and know nothing about you.
Can I interject in this? Cyrus, I
No, please.
honestly believe that you imagine people are staring at you.
Yeah.
Nobody's looking at you. This is all little. That's why I keep saying your imagination is
I'll
very
tell you.
fertile.
I agree with you. It's relative. It's relative. But at least give me this much that when you and I are together or were together anywhere socially, they would
Uh,
obviously stare at me because the option is to stare at you. So come on now, do the maths, na? The theory of
no,
relativity and all that.
no. I definitely nobody's trying either of us.
There is. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't bear the staring.
Okay.
I wish that changes, but I don't know when it's going to change.
Okay,
Just
the
stare.
second part
Without
of her
blinking.
question. The second part of
Ah.
the question: what is it that you like? Since you complained about what you don't
What is the
like.
food? No, what is the food that you have loved your life and still do?
I hope my mom doesn't watch it, but I can't stand home food anymore. I can't bear it. I can eat anything from outside now compared to home food. Yeah, really. I've had
Honest,
enough of
I'm
home
not
food.
ever cooking for you again.
But you
Fix
don't
your
make
own
home
meals.
food.
I
You
do.
make Aisha's food, which is the third category altogether, and I don't want to discuss that
Category
now
in
on
your
our
life.
stage.
Why?
Yeah,
Why?
leave it.
No, say,
The Kunal suddenly lost his nerve.
you
Suddenly
have
he's
to.
eating
You
more than
have.
he should be. Come on, talk about Aisha's
You have
food.
to say something. Yeah.
No, I like what she makes. She makes very nice food. Your home food is
Like,
also very good. That
like
ram,
what Aisha dish do you like?
she
What
makes
Ram
Aisha
was
dish do
very
you
good.
leg of
like?
ram. That leg of
The
ram
Ram
is
was
very
good.
nice.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
very good. I like
Your
that.
home
Yeah.
food is excellent. Your palau dal is very good. The what you guys have not made at your house for a very long time is the pork with dalu, which is one of the best pork with dalus I've ever
But,
eaten
but,
anywhere.
but
But that's
the
because
dansak is
Praveen is
horrible the
gone.
last
Huh?
18 months, and I've always had a good dansak.
No, I'm
Whoever's
sure
cooking.
the girls can also make good pork with dalu.
No,
And
it's
your
not
wife-
tasting
your-
anything like. No. I can't lie. I've lied in. I've kept quiet too long. Someone has to stand up now and
Why
tell the
don't you
truth. I
start
can't bear the
cooking?
dansak.
And
As
between you and me,
Uh,
the dansak at your house is also excellent. It's really
the
nice.
best
Not the
we've ever
present one, you
eaten.
moron. Now that you're on a
Yes,
diet,
the
you don't know
present one is
anything.
better.
The present
When
one
you
is
eat
better
papaya,
than
Better than
we can't have a
Praveen's. Ah,
conversation. You should be in an ashram where you belong now, eating up fruit. So don't talk to us about dansak. You can't
no,
eat it
no.
ever again.
The food
Silverie
is
can't
it's
encourage
a
him to
bit
eat. It's a question of life
one-dimensional,
and
but
death.
it's really good.
No, it's
Next.
not good, Silverie. Please help me. Anybody, take me to your house, please, just to feed me. I need other food. I can't bear it anymore. I mean, other people
Also,
want to
what do
I'm
change
you
their
just
like?
very
spouses.
impressed.
I don't want to change my spouse. I
I'm
like
very
my
imp-
spouse. I want to change my food. Yeah.
Made
Chalo, I'll
Ran.
throw Kunal
Ran
in
is so
with it.
difficult to make. It's such an impressive feat to make Ran at home.
It isn't. It's
Yeah.
very easy.
No, her mom, my
No?
mother-in-law makes a very good, well made,
Very
and
easy.
I
I'll share
haven't.
you share the recipe with you. It's just
Oh,
all
by the
about
way, he's an
the
upcoming cook. Huh? Silverie's realized that
masalas.
comedy is not always paying the
I
bill, so now
mean,
he's looking for a job as a home chef.
Hey,
Yeah,
all the
who
chefs
tells
are out on
jokes.
the road being masons and stuff. So I think forget about being a chef.
What do you think of comedians? The work is coming through their noses. You know what it's like in lockdown. Where's the last club you played at? Aisha. God, so mean and insensitive. They're starving. Every day, 2 comedians in India die. Okay, of
Because they're
starvation.
not funny, Cyrus. It's got nothing to do with
It's
being
not true.
So
comedians.
150% of that is because they're not funny, and 50% because there's no work. So don't be mean.
If you're
Okay,
funny,
we
then
have your
you will get
paintings.
work. If you don't have,
We
if
have your
you're not funny,
paintings.
you're not going to get work. My paintings,
Which
what are you going to
Kunal,
do with it? Use it
Kunal,
as
your
which
cheeks
toilet
are
paper.
moving
category are you
like an
in,
Olympic sport. Your cheeks should be an
Cyrus?
Olympic sport. Huh? Just the
Which
movement, the undulation of your cheeks.
which category of comedian are you in? The one without work or the one not funny?
I'm legend status. So we are different. We are like vintage cars, no? Vintage
If you
cars. We
know
can't
the
go out of
serious
fashion.
comedian, huh?
You don't know. Antariksh calls me uncle. What do you think? Oh, you're still eating papaya?
Yeah, correct.
I can't believe it. This is his second papaya.
Okay, we answered that question. Can we move on?
Yes, let's go move on to the next one. Next one comes in from Girish Patil. He says, I just want to thank Cyrus for making my PhD years amazing. I have not missed a single
Oh
episode,
God.
come what may. Finding this podcast was the best thing that happened to me in the last 6 years. PhD comes a distant second.
A guy
My
who's doing a
AMA.
PhD. What
Yeah,
guy
listen
doing
to
a
the podcast.
PhD?
PhD
The
in
intellectual
Yeah,
zenith
that's a
of
good question.
everything. Talk about our
Girish
podcast
is
in
in the
the
chat.
same
Girish,
breath.
what is your
I mean,
PhD in?
that association is
Yeah.
horrible. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
It
Girish
must
is
be
in the
very
chat
bad.
also. Girish, what is your PhD in? Please let us know. Please let us know what your PhD in. His question is,
PhD is a
Cyrus,
doctorate
do
in
you make
philosophy. How many times I
birthday?
have to tell you? It doesn't matter what it's in. It's like
Of
philosophy
course.
at its highest form, and then the subject comes into play. But he's talking about our podcast in the same breath. That means one day someone will do a PhD on our podcast. Silverie, think about that. And don't mention these two in the podcast. That lazy guy who, I don't, conjured up 58% to win some stupid, unbelievable electoral poll. I immediately think UP last elections, things don't
Trump,
make sense. You're the
Trump.
Yogi Adityanath of our podcast. How it happened, how you won, I don't know. I want these
You-
machines looked at.
This is so familiar. This sounds so familiar.
Cry baby.
Yeah, this sounds like it's so familiar. But please, let's get back to Mr. PhD and find out
Yes.
what his question
Well,
Yeah.
let's
is.
get back to the
Girish's
birthday.
question is,
Uh, go on.
Silverie,
Antariksh is
he
good.
froze. Oh God, it was his Wi-Fi all along that was bad, not ours. We were picking
Okay,
on
let's have
Kunal, but it was
conversation
his.
now without him. He's not there.
Now, let me
Chalo.
tell you about Silverie. He's a real pain in the ass, guys. Okay, if there's anybody out there younger, more interesting, clean shaven, likes to be on time, I think it's time for us to step this up and look for the
Okay,
next
so what
the
are
next
we what are
Silverie.
we doing for the birthday?
Talking about food, Kunal, if you have to choose between mutton biryani at Jafar by Delhi Dabar and chicken fry at Baghdadi, what will you choose and why? This is from Harvesh, who's one
And
of our
it's got
top 3
nothing to do with the
regular.
birthday, and it's got Kunal.
That's fine. I'm a large-hearted man. I will allow Kunal to have his moment. So Jafar by Delhi Darbar is versus chicken fry at Baghdadi. Although chicken fry
Yeah,
is not what we actually eat when we go there. What
no,
is it? What do we eat at
see,
Baghdadi?
Baghdadi makes a fried chicken, which they deep fry the whole chicken. With
But
comes
Jafar,
out
last time we went, we ate a mutton dish. What was it?
we ate both. We had the chicken fry also, and we ate the chicken masala fry. But the Jafar
chicken
Bhai
masala
is our favorite. I think we all like.
Baghdadi is great. We love Baghdadi, and you're only bang for the buck. But I think I'll take this answer from Kunal. Jafar
Yeah.
Bhai for us is like legend status in food, and we bow to Jafar Bhai. And when it comes to biryani, after all these years,
And
Kunal still number one.
generosity. Yeah.
And
No,
his
generosity.
Generosity with a relationship with Kunal, yeah, lovely people and all. But I'm saying number one after all these years.
I
in
mean
all
that
competition.
that handi couldn't be bigger when it comes.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah, that's true.
Softer meat.
They do. They really like Kunal. And we actually met Jafar by himself, although Kunal is closer to one of the sons. We had the
Oh,
privilege of meeting him.
when did we?
Kunal's met him many times.
What about that time that we went for that after Ramzan, the dinner at
Iftar.
this place? Yeah,
The
the
iftar
iftar
party.
dinner.
Party with
Yeah.
yeah. We went with
Oh,
That's Faisal's place.
correct. Faisal. And
And that
Faisal's
food,
dad is
God.
name is Zach.
but yeah, they catered, didn't they?
They
Yeah.
catered the whole thing. The whole thing. There
Yeah,
was like
that was
40,000
yum.
dishes.
Oh God, I'm so
Wow.
hungry now. I could eat it
I'm
again.
also hungry
Come on.
now. It's only about 10:44. And this guy's
Yeah.
eating his fruit.
I
Unbelievable. I
could
can't
eat
believe
that
it.
also. I want a cup of coffee desperately.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
spend money now. You try and see what
For
is the cheapest
Aisha, what's
option
your
always.
most memorable birthday? Mine? My
Yeah.
birthday?
Yeah.
It's
I don't know
Jaya
about
from Vancouver. One second. She's
Oh,
known as
my
the
50th
plant-based
birthday
foodie.
was really good. Yeah, I really enjoyed my
Hey, come on. What
50th
about your
birthday.
childhood? Was it that bad? Being in boarding
No,
school
but
for
I
25 years? Oh, by
no,
the way, he's also
my,
boarding
my
school, so you all can
my
bond.
birthday was always in the holidays, so it was never really there was no celebration really. It was only with the family. No, my
So
50th
that
birthday
was the
was good,
reason.
sir.
That was the reason they gave you. The reason they gave you was because it was in the holidays. Okay, okay.
No,
Okay,
I think
fine.
50 was good. 50 was great. I did a good run. I bought myself lots of alcohol, which is now what I'm gonna do going forward. Only
But we
alcohol
didn't
for
do
me.
anything. I can't remember anything on your 50th birthday. Did we have a
Well,
party
I
of
got a
any kind?
photograph with both my children, which they haven't
Yeah,
done in the
okay.
last
That
18 years, which I think was
verifying the fact that you're the mother and okay, fine. Good,
yeah,
good.
that was
But
that was
we
pretty
didn't really
good.
have a party, right? We didn't. I don't remember. Did we have dinner?
I'm
Did
gonna
people come over?
I'm having your party is gonna be my party and it's
It's
gonna
a
continue.
lockdown. It's against the law.
I
You can't call
no no
people
no no
over.
no no no. We are going to
After
have a
9 o'clock,
party.
Article 144.5 is in place,
I
and
start at
more than
9
four
o'clock
people
in the
can't
morning,
gather.
Cyrus. The party will happen. Everybody's
it'll,
birthdays are going to be my party.
it'll end by 4 o'clock, Cyrus. Don't worry. And we will have
Yeah, I won't be able to stand.
only 50% capacity, 50% capacity, and social distancing.
So I can stay in the room
Yeah.
while you
No,
celebrate my birthday.
under the tree, under the tree.
I can't believe she came up with 50th birthday. I'm sure we had some parties over the years for your birthday.
So you've
We
never
went
done
out of
anything nice
town.
on my birthday.
One
Ever,
birthday
ever,
we
ever,
celebrated
ever,
in
ever,
Germany,
ever. You have
or
never bought
we
me
celebrated
anything
in
nice. You have never said
Singapore.
anything nice. You've never wished me. This year I had a good time. It was nice.
I wished you every year.
No, you
I
always
always
forget.
say
You're the
happy
last
birthday.
person. Cyrus, how did you celebrate your birthday when you and Aisha first started dating and when you and Kunal first became friends? You
We
got
drank.
Kunal and I, we drank. Our birthday are all memorable up to the day I stopped drinking. Almost everyone, without exception, we were drunk on. Almost everyone. And if we missed the actual date because there was some work pressure or something, it was the day after or before, right? I don't think
So
there
let
was
me
one we
let me
missed. I
let
can't
me,
think.
let me give a little more
Hello, we
information.
have drunk and gone to work. It was disgusting the way we used to behave.
Yeah. We have
I
You
remember
were
going
not
to
part of that drinking trial.
I
of course
remember
you
going to Triton. We had come home at 6 in the morning. I went to work. I mean, I
So
was
this is like
so hungover.
all the
I
people who
had
are
to go back
claiming the
home,
bronze
puke, and
medal
come back.
and
Terrible.
think that they trained or played with these guys and all that. No, Manpreet was my friend. Sujesh was my friend. It's all, I mean, I find it hard to believe.
and
We,
we
on the
used
other
to,
hand, drank.
so there'd be a lot of
I
booze.
stopped drinking because I had two children. All right, you might not remember the children, but that's when my
When you
drinking
say I
stopped.
had two children, you mean you alone had two children and I had
Yes,
nothing,
I
I was
did
not
because
involved.
you had nothing to do with him.
Today,
You
they
were
back
different. You were
answer,
in a
they are
bar
cheeky, they don't reply. All that comes from me. So don't you dare
because
say I
of
had nothing to do with them.
because of
Arey
your
Baba,
your
Cyrus, look,
your
it's all
badness.
implications, okay? If you had nothing to do with the children, then they were immaculate conception. If they are immaculate conception, then you are God, because Father, child of
Shut
God.
your mouth! What crap, idiot!
Keep talking. I give you 5 minutes. Keep talking.
Shut
I
up.
like your
All
thinking
right.
now. The papaya has
So,
changed you. Your brain
so
is
can
up
I come
now.
back? Can I come back to this? So,
Ah.
birthday parties used to either be at Cyrus's house or at my house. There'd be lots of alcohol, and there would invariably be one big handi of biryani from Durrani because it was reasonably priced and cheap. And that is what the party used to be. And nobody knew when it started. It used to start at about 7 o'clock with Cyrus and me drinking alone.
We are
By the
early
time it
drinkers, huh?
was,
That was a big
by,
embarrassment for us because
by
by
the
10
time
o'clock when people started actually coming, we were
yeah,
both
by,
I was always very high, and he sometimes he was in a little better shape, but
and the most shameful, if I may say, thing is that after the party was wrapped up at 6 in the morning, if either of us stepped out in my living room or his living room, we would find our mothers and the staff cleaning up the house after that.
and Kunal would be,
Wow.
Kunal's famously peed in his own hall and all that, and
What?
just walked off.
So I didn't pay my own all about rubbish. I do remember beer bottles being flung out of my window, man.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Oh.
All right.
But I remember peeing
Disgusting.
we peed in a post box of somebody's in your building.
Oh
Don't mention who.
God. All right. That's disgusting. You don't want anybody to know all of these stories.
Okay.
This is what we remember after all those years.
God knows what we don't remember.
Really, my God, let's not think.
Question for
Silverie,
Yep. Hi, I'm back.
Question.
Internet just suddenly
Silverie,
conked
it's
off.
your Wi-Fi which is
Yeah.
giving
Next
trouble.
one.
We've deduced it. You are the pain in the ass. You are the
Yeah.
one with the
Is it?
bad Wi-Fi. And we blame Pawai. And I've got Hiranandani living just 2 buildings away from me.
I
I've
know.
got
I
to
know.
have
I
a
know.
stern word with him in 5 minutes. Huh.
Oh, why is he repairing his building
Yeah.
every year?
They're the one who provide me my
And,
internet.
It's gone.
He's gone again.
Sorry,
Yeah. That's,
Are you there or
okay.
not there? No. We fear for your life.
I'm right here. Can you hear me?
no,
Hi,
Okay.
can you
sort
see
of.
me?
You're buffering.
Hello.
Yeah. Let's
You're
have a
on and
Oh,
off.
conversation.
okay.
Let's think
Oh
about
man,
it.
you want
Let's
my
get
internet,
back.
guys.
So
Huh.
just send us the messages, text them onto the text chat, and we can continue talking because we have no confidence in you
Next
coming back. Silver, Long John Silver.
now.
Okay.
Am I
No,
back?
he's
Am I back?
Yeah, you're sort of back, but it's
Okay.
difficult. You're
no.
elusive.
The idea is to run away from Cyrus. Why will I have him
Since
running with
Aisha is
me?
a runner as well, have you ever tried to introduce Cyrus to running? What has his response been? AMA Tarun, I look down on them. I hate them as a breed. Every morning at 6 o'clock, especially on the weekend when I'm driving to the gym, I try not to run over them because they've become like a mafia and they spread themselves out. The cyclists have joined them, so you've got these two groups of evil people who think Marine Drive is theirs, and nobody seems to stop them. And Marine Drive is dug up on top of that. So I mean, I've got enough problems, and the motorist is always the one who feels the most pressure, and it's such a stupid concept. Running, really, I don't understand it at all. I just don't get the point of running. It's silly from every angle, and not to mention what they look like. Kunal, on the
It's
other
it's
hand,
it's an effort to get away from you, Cyrus.
but
That's
Kunal
my
has become a
purpose.
walker. So I want to just introduce him to everybody. He's now become a walker. He completes 2 weeks of walking for the first time in his life.
Please understand, I do it because I have to do it. There's no
The next
great
step
joy.
will be running. That's what we all said, Kunal, when we started.
It's
You
not
Yeah,
start
whatever.
something.
walking,
The thing is, you're
and
now a
then you start
walker.
running, and
It's
then
your
you
If
thing.
become
I
a
had,
marathoner.
if I
You're a
had the choice, I
vegetarian
wouldn't
you're a
walk.
vegetarian now, and you're a walker. So I mean, there's nothing to feel bad about. I mean, that's you. That's the new you.
No, I'm
You know,
not.
you
I'm
go
not
for
feeling bad about it. I'm
walks.
telling you the truth. It's not something
All
that I.
when you and the elderly sari clad ladies in Shivaji Park take a round is nothing bad. Why do you feel bad? You're with people that have the same issues. For some it's stomach, for some it's
What
nervous
is your
system,
problem
some
with
it's the
sari?
brain. Huh?
His mother wears a
It,
frock. Let's move on.
the walking people wear that kind of outfits. They're different from the
Shut
running
up.
people who wear all these glam outfits. You see her running
Don't have.
friends, they've all got
You
these
don't have.
colored shoes and lights on their head and all that, so you don't run over them while they're running,
I think
especially the
this is
shorter ones.
yeah. Yeah. Next
Kunal,
question.
what's your walking outfit? That day you walked from the studio, so you wore what
All right.
you
Next
probably
one.
normally.
Oh my God.
Rahul Winston Gerald says, I have a fan base in Seattle. So I'm closer to Trump than you think, Kunal Vijayakar. I've already got a base in Seattle. Huh, huh. Let's see their reaction. Aisha, what do you think? We have a base in Seattle. Now, what do you got to say about that? Huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Kunal, do you have a
Very
base in Seattle? Do you have a
very
bloody base in Seattle?
Shivaji Park. I'm going to place in Shivaji Park.
Shivaji Park, you have a place in the heart of people. Because I have a 6 o'clock morning walk.
True, true.
And
And I
listen, I'm not
don't go
putting
to
it down.
Shivaji.
I'm glad you're walking. Everybody's
I
happy you're
don't
there's
go to
nobody.
Shivaji Park.
I'm
I
not like
walk
the
in,
guy.
I walk in Lalbagh and Lower Parel.
See,
So
I'm not
you
like
can
that
walk
cigarette vendor.
wherever.
You know that your cigarette vendor who got upset when you gave up smoking finally? Remember when
The
you
three
said
of them
you're
who
going to
lost
stop?
the shop shut down because of me. Three people.
Yeah.
Anna on
Silverie,
top of Orfeo
his
Lane.
cigarette pusher, I don't know if Silverie can hear me, but his cigarette pusher got upset when he came and said, Saab, and he brought the full carton, and Kunal said, नहीं बंद किया अभी. So, बंद किया? हाँ, बंद किया. मतलब बिल्कुल बंद. हाँ, बंद. And
एक
that guy
तो ले
was
लो.
not a word of encouragement. Silverie, are
Okay,
you
next.
there? We don't
Silverie
have a
is
producer.
he's in
I'm
power.
there, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, he's sort of clanging away. There's some echo and there's some.
The next question, if I
Hey,
can
the
try
next
and recite
question
the
came.
next question,
Huh.
if I can try and recite the next
Uh,
one.
Something about the
what the hell?
lifting some weight.
But why did
Are
it
you,
Anya Mittal,
go?
she
Why is the
I,
says,
text going? Put the
I
text
read
back.
the question. Shall I tell
can
you
you
the
guys hear
question? The
me?
question is, now that you've turned 50, are you planning on increasing the weight you lift?
Happy
So
birthday and
all
keep
my lifts
fit.
are up, which is a great thing. All my lifts are up except bench, which was my go-to lift. But I'm recovering from a deltoid thing, so I haven't even benched for 10. This is the 10th
Finally,
Saturday.
you get to
10
tell
Saturdays
somebody
without
about your
benching.
pain.
And deadlift is up, box squat is up, rows are up, T-bar rows are up, tricep French press I've done across 150, which is the Bomber Gym world record, standing French press. So I'm really happy. All my lifts are up at the age of 50, and that's what I wanted to do. Except
But you
my
still
bench
won't pick
record,
up
which I
the
wanted
bed
to break,
cover.
the bed cover is down. Bed cover is down. Bed cover. I'll tell you, when Aisha is not there, Silverie, I don't understand the concept of why you have to put the cover back on when you're doing nothing all day and you keep
Because the
falling
dogs
onto the
sit on
bed.
the bed.
What's wrong with that? Why do you have dogs? Who
Not
do you
so
want on
that
the
they can
bed?
sit on the
Your
bed.
help?
No,
What
you.
does that mean? Before I married you, my dogs were always on the bed.
Yeah, but
I
then you
only
married
stop
me.
people. Yeah,
No,
but you
then
stop
you
being like a
married me.
bully, and making
Shut up.
rules. Rules don't
Move on.
help. Stop this rule
You.
crap. Ours is
I
a
win.
free and fair democracy.
No, it
Jisko
isn't.
Jaisa is the name of my family.
No,
And
it
then you come
isn't.
and
You
have
have
these
to find
rules.
a different
You
country then,
spoil it.
Cyrus. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so now
Doesn't
we are
work.
seceding. We are seceding. We are forming two countries in the country. We'll come together for defense and finance.
Okay.
Finance, though, I have to come
Fi-
together. Yeah.
Finally, I think I'm back. I think you guys can hear me now. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, but we are
wonderful.
not
What
happy
did
to
you
see you.
do?
Nobody's happy to see you. We're hoping that you had
Okay.
disappeared and we'd end the show. But now that you're
Okay.
back, we
Wait.
don't
No.
know
No.
what
No.
to
No.
do.
I have a
Shouldn't
few
we
more
be
questions to
Kunal has,
get
ending it?
to. We
Kunal
should.
has to go and shoot his food show in 5 minutes in
yeah.
Shivaji Park.
Shravan.
Exactly
Okay,
the
okay. Let's
yeah.
finish it now. Come on.
Yes. Yeah.
Shravan food.
Ananya.
You're down to Shravan food. Oh, how the mighty have
It's,
fallen. My God, my
it's the month
God.
of Shravan we are
Yeah.
talking
It
Yes,
is.
to.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Absolutely.
It's totally topical. This is your future. Good. This is all karma. This is all coming back to bite you on your, you know what. Yes, Silverie, I'm sorry. Please carry on.
Yeah. Ananya Mittal asks, "Hi Cyrus, happy birthday. Wish you a wonderful day and year. Absolutely love the podcast and cannot imagine my nighttime walks in my colony without listening to an episode. My questions are for Aisha and Kunal. Firstly, you both need a standing ovation for handling Cyrus for so many years. Do you both
I'm not
remember
getting
how
thanked,
you met?
but I'll do it. Okay, let
Okay,
me.
cool.
Huh.
Says, do you both remember how you met Cyrus and how you guys became friends and in Aisha's case, girlfriend boyfriend?
Let
Also,
Cyrus
Kunal's
tell,
case.
let Cyrus tell the story.
Cyrus,
Cyrus,
can
I
you
you
can
tell the
tell the
tell.
story,
story.
please?
I remember clear as day, but I don't know if
Yeah.
they do
Let
remember.
me
Okay,
get shots.
I,
Hi.
you can tell the story.
Aisha,
Chalo.
I was trying to find, I can't remember the guy's name from my college who started an agency, bit of a bodybuilder fellow and all. Anyway, so I was trying to
Bit of
do
a
some freelance
gunda.
copy, Samir, and so I asked him to send me some girls' names who would be the
Girls
visualizers
or
because I don't
just
want to work. I don't want to work with
girls'
boys.
names? Specifically, you asked for girls.
I asked for girls. I said, please give me girls. I don't want to spend the evening sitting with some guy. And so the first girl I called was in Forges Street because it was closest. So that's why I
She was
called.
a classmate of
And
mine.
and
Daitasha.
she didn't take the phone. She said the mother said she's having a bath and they weren't happy or whatever. I could tell. And she didn't take the phone. And you were the second number. And I called and you took the phone. And we were supposed to meet at Nas, remember? I've told the story 100 times. You said, where do we meet? Nas Cafe. How do I know who you are? I said, I'm in short pants with a German Shepherd. She said, but how do I know it's you? So I said, there won't be a second person in short pants. I remember from there, this stupid point, like, how do I know it's you? I'm like, you really think that in bloody small restaurant ka bahar, there's going to be two guys in shorts with German Shepherds standing so that you're
I knew a lot
confused?
of people with shorts in German Shepherd, Cyrus.
Don't talk
You were not
rubbish.
exclusive.
I have friends in the RSS. Not one had a German Shepherd.
The
Anyway,
question is, once you reach Nas Cafe, did you buy her a cup of tea, a
one
cutlet,
second.
samosa,
One second.
anything?
One second.
No,
Thanks for
no,
contributing. Now let me speak.
no,
In the words of
no.
Arnab Goswami, you had your 30 seconds. Now let me speak. And let me tell you what happened. All right. 7 o'clock was the call time, young Silverie. 7 in the PM. And at
Okay.
7 o'clock, where was Aisha? Who knows? 7:10, where was Aisha? Who knows? I stood
I
like a
used to
watchman with my
travel by
dog
bus,
outside.
Cyrus. No
Then,
bus ever came to
then
bloody Nas Cafe from Kolaba.
I went
All
back
right?
home, which is an 8-9 minute walk to my house, up and all that. So closer to 7:30, I called that same number again and finally got her, and she hadn't even left. And I can't believe I married her because nothing irritates me more than people who aren't on time. I can't believe it. I was like, what? You haven't left? I went there. I stayed like a loser and I came back. And oh God, that was the first. Huh? And Kunal, the first
That
meeting I
story
ever
is
did
not
was even more
accurate.
horrible.
Silverie,
Okay,
it's
The
yeah.
not
Wait,
first
I
accurate.
want to
story,
hear
Kunal.
Aisha's side of the story.
It's not
Can you get
accurate.
Aisha's side of the story as well?
Didn't seem like a very interesting meeting, firstly,
He's
to
still not on
make
time.
me.
She didn't leave for the podcast. I'll do it from the office, blah, blah, blah. And at 9:25, she's still
I
here.
was
I told her it's
here.
half an hour
I
He's
drive.
but
here on
I was
time.
there. Yeah, I was on
Yeah.
She
time.
made it by the
My
skin
time
of her
is
teeth. Why put us under? Why can't she leave 10 minutes earlier? Leave at 9:10, 9:15, and there's nobody's tense about it. It's still the same problem. And Kunal, I went
so
to
why
do a
she
voiceover.
tense?
I was very young. This place was Sonnet Lumiere. It doesn't exist in Colaba. And Mishal Verma, who I don't know if people remember him, was a voice on radio and MTV
Wrong.
Channel
It
10.
wasn't a Sonny Lumiere. It was not
Where was it?
Lumiere. It was at Ramesh Mir studio at
Which is
Kolaba.
next
Ramesh
to
B
Sonnet
Studio.
Lumiere. Next to
Right?
Okay.
Sonnet Lumiere.
I went to do the voiceover through Mishal, who had called me and everything.
So you
and there were
landed up
four
at
or
the
five
wrong
of us.
place.
No, there were four or five of us there, and we all laughing. And you know how we are, Silverie, normal guys. One of the
Yeah.
lads, everybody pulling each other's legs, making silly jokes, and just having a fun time. One person out of that six was insular, introverted, shy, unfriendly, with a earring and a scowl. And I noticed he never smiled. He just didn't have a smile. Until today, he's actually not a guy who smiles easily, which is fine.
But you made friends with
But
him, and
then
he's been around for all these
50
years.
years, 30 years you didn't
we
Yeah.
spend
bitched him out. We bitched him out throughout the
Vishal was
recording, Vishal and I, because he came with this very serious demeanor, and at that time he was in the Silly avatar, so I suppose, with his little bow tie, and he looked like a real moron.
I
And
know, but he's been your best
I,
friend ever since. So then,
I,
what are you complaining about, Cyrus? Shut up.
I don't know how this happens to me. I can't think of two people who are less suited to me in the whole world than you two. Honestly, sometimes I can hang out with Michelle Verma
Kunal,
in a
let's
heartbeat,
leave. Let's
but
leave
we never
and
became
go.
really deep friends.
What will
So
happen
this
to
See you
him?
the
guy,
next
What
50
will
years on
happen
his
to him?
own.
unfriendly, gruff guy. I'll tell you his moments, so I don't have time. But listen, when they say wonderful man and nicer person and all, God, this is such a lie. You have no idea. I may be a braggart and all that, and they're getting a sense of arrogance which is misplaced. But let me tell you, there is no question the milk of human kindness flows a
Antariksh,
little more every day.
Antariksh, Antariksh,
Yep.
Antariksh,
Call him Silverie, he
Silverie,
doesn't like the name.
for the next 10 episodes or the next 50 years, he's going to hate this moment because I got 58%. He's going to bring it up again and again and again and again. I know him
Listen,
so
when you
well.
have when you have six responses and three and a half of them went towards
It's
you,
six.
it's not
Four is a
58%.
But
It's
if
six
wait.
you
people out of which
but
obviously,
Cyrus,
obviously,
when you do
calling
a
it
poll
six
and there
I
is
can
a
say
responsibilities.
the loop.
result,
I
the
can say the
result
loop
is what
after
it is.
Silverie declares the election. He declares the election question, the poll. You walk out to have your papaya, and then mysteriously 3 minutes later, you win with 58%.
See,
Now,
when
being a
you
petty, small-minded, narcissist, chauvinist, BASTRD, you called the relevant people, got them to log in quickly and send their reply, and got your 58%
No,
pass
it could
mark.
it could
And
also
it's
be it could also be
disgusting.
that
It's
it could also
disgusting.
be that Kunal didn't want to influence the result, so he walked off. He like,
This is
okay, let
what
them decide how they want to
real,
decide.
real Democrats do.
Yeah.
And
See?
when you call it six people, you don't undermine me. You undermine your own podcast.
If you think if you think for a second that you're a Democrat, ask the man who works for you, who drives your car and now is lying in a hospital bed, Sanjay, how democratic he thinks you are, my friend. We'll see. Let
I
God
am.
judge you, boy. Let God judge you. He's given you fruit for the rest of your life.
Okay, are we done? This is like gone
No,
for
no.
more an
God,
hour.
this is
Sorry,
so
I
much
know, I know.
fun.
It has a couple of more. One question for Kunal has also come in. This is from Gaurav K. He says, "Hi, Cyrus, Aisha, and Kunal. Cyrus, wish you a very many happy returns of the day. Question for Kunal. Congratulations on your Khaane Mein Kya Hai series. Absolutely love it. Wanted to ask, would you ever start a food podcast? It could be the sister podcast to Cyrus says, but leaning more towards food. Better still, you and Cyrus could do a food podcast together. Just a suggestion.
Yeah,
What say?
I'm very happy to do it. We'll do it with Cyrus.
With
We don't have a
Cyrus.
food. We have one food podcast, right, Silverie? Those two
He
boys
can
from
talk
Delhi,
most of the
We
time.
do
Delhi
naan curry.
boys.
Yeah, naan curry.
Naan curry. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
One. For some
I've
reason,
appeared on
I know,
that.
food
I
I've
know.
appeared on that
podcasts, not
podcast,
that
huh?
many. Huh?
With
Which
Sadaf,
one?
no? I've appeared with
Yeah,
that.
Sadaf.
Yeah,
Sadaf.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
you've been on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
enough.
correct.
But
Yeah.
that's it. There are not too many. For some reason, not too many food podcasts. I don't know what the reason is. But I
We have
have
to
to
see
work
the
more
food.
with
Nobody wants to
Kunal. I mean, I do
listen.
enough work with him. Look at him. His thing doesn't work. He's always late. He walks off in the middle. He wants to eat fruit. What kind of food podcast is that? We discuss five or six fruit and it's over. Episode 4, I'm done. Because
But
this
we
is
can
not the
work.
old Kunal, the one who would eat anything, the one who would put garlic and butter on his naan. That's gone. They're never going to see that guy again. This is Jane
Who
Fonda
said?
Kunal in
Who said?
leotards, going for a walk to Shivaji Park, holding hands with 70-year-old ladies in salwar kameez, sometimes sharing salwar kameez, and then eating fruit at best and some herbs. You have herbs on Saturday, right?
See,
Oh,
again
Shravan.
now.
And
Agar
now you even
Cyrus,
know it, Shravan. You never even know this concept, but now you have to know it because that's your new life. And for this, I
look.
thank God.
What did I say? Antariksh, now he's coughing at people at Shivaji Park. No problem.
Yeah.
From Lokhandwala,
Oh,
Shivaji
I'm a big
Park,
fan of Shivaji Park if they're playing
Lal
cricket. But for the walking group, I got no time. I have no time for walkers anywhere. Geography is not the issue. I just think walking should be banned. It's unnecessary activity, and people think they're doing something, but it's doing nothing. So why are you even doing it? You might as well sit in your pot and move your feet. There's no point going all the way
Ramesh,
around some
you don't know the first
big
thing about
1.5 hours
walking
and catch
or
your friend. Yeah, I have one of those Kunal Vijayakar WhatsApp conversations which I have to hear from time to time, where he and his relatives just say hello for 10 minutes. Hello, hello. How are you? How are you? What's up?
What
Bolo,
is
bolo,
Where
it?
bolo.
we've
Nothing.
digressed to.
What,
Come on.
what is he talking about?
Ask fast, and that's all they say. They have nothing to say. Nothing to
Who?
say.
1 hour,
You should
4 minutes.
take away the
Can
right
we
to do
wrap
WhatsApp
this up?
from people like that. You must say, Uncle,
Who?
sorry, no more WhatsApp for you. Oop, take the phone away. Yeah, please talk.
There is a birthday present for Cyrus and for Aisha and Kunal as well. Keith B says,
Ah.
all four of you are invited to New Martin's Kolaba. Table is mine. Seriously, me. We could do a Khaane mein kya hai shoot there also.
Kunal, you can't
if you
go
want.
because of your diet. You can't come. You can't
Oh,
embarrass me
bloody
coming
hell.
and
I
not
can
eat.
eat what I
Yeah.
eat.
You can't eat. You're not
I
allowed
have a
by
whole
doctor, so you can't
refrigerator
come.
full of
You
Sorpadel right
can't.
now.
You can have what you want, but you can't eat it. You can't consume
Okay,
anything.
so
So you
when
have
are
to
we
wait.
going?
You wait
Because I'm
outside.
really hungry
Silverie, me
now.
and
You
Aisha
should
will
go
eat properly,
tomorrow.
and then
Make it a birthday thing.
We're not here
the Saturday is
tomorrow.
closed.
We're
Oh
having
Hotel
a
yeah. So
occupied.
village
then yeah,
party.
make a go at it today. I think that'll be fun. Why not?
Today we're driving.
Oh, you're driving today. Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
when you're back, I guess Keith B, let this offer stand for a
Tuesday?
couple of weeks.
Can we do
Whenever
this on
Aisha and Cyrus can
Tuesday?
make it.
But he doesn't
Tu-
eat. He can't eat Goan food. I mean, he
But you
can't
and
eat
I can eat,
masala.
you
Forget meat.
moron. You and
But
I
we
will
can't
eat.
not take
I'm
Kunal. He's
hungry.
asked him to come and shoot Khane mein
Excuse
kya
me.
hai. That
What
No,
kind of
no,
award-winning,
we could.
beautiful
He's
show that
just
he does.
inviting you. He's
I don't
inviting
think
you
Excuse
it's
me.
guys.
possible.
Hello, Cyrus. What kind of brain dead health freak are you? Who you can't eat masala when you're on a diet? What kind of stupid question is
But I
that?
watched what's in your tiffin. Kunal, what's in your tiffin has not been fed by the Taliban to their prisoners. I can tell you right now. They have better options,
Okay,
and
okay.
they're really not nice
I,
people.
hello, listen. I
Your
ate dinner at your
tiffin.
house yesterday.
Let's praise Food Darzi for coming up with food which is so horrible that the word Darzi makes more sense to me than the food part of it. It's
No,
almost like
I,
you've gone to get
I ate
clothes.
dinner at your house yesterday. I had
Huh?
egg masala and roti.
You ate
Isn't that
nothing in my house. You
what
sat there
Abhishek?
and just made some copious comments about nothing in particular and wasted our
You
time.
had dinner
I don't
at our
remember
house
anything of the
yesterday
sort.
and we all partook of your dinner because Cyrus hates his home food.
Yeah,
You
my
I
also
egg
ate.
curry. You ate my egg
You
curry.
ate. Yeah, you ate Kunal's food yesterday. Yes, you
But
did. So
it's
don't.
not Kunal's food. People, because of his show and who he is, give him food, but he's not eating it all out.
You're still
Keith is saying,
eating
come
it,
to
aren't you?
Martin. You
Aren't
can't take him
you?
to Martin's. How can I take him to Martin's?
Okay,
It's
hello.
like a
First,
tiger. It's a
let's
tiger
correct
on
this.
each of the
Let's
back.
correct
What are
this.
you going to
You
do with
have
the tiger?
Cyrus. You have never taken me to Martins
It's a
before.
shame.
It's always
It's a
I who
shame.
takes you.
That's not the point.
Okay.
Sharam
So
ki baat hai,
now,
brother. Sharam ki baat hai. Because now when
how?
we go to Martin's, the non-veg haven of the world, to eat Goan food, your favorite cuisine, you can't eat anything except the onions. Now, if that is the case, then I mean, really don't come because
But
it's
Like
you
a
and
embarrassing.
I can
broken
eat.
record, man. One subject goes on for how do you manage? They should
But
not
it's
be
not.
thinking about
But you
Kunal
said
and
your doctor,
Ayesha.
your pancreas, this, that, and the other. Your doctor said, no, not me. I told you to eat everything you want. I'm your good
Okay, let's
conscience. The
move
doctor is your
on.
bad conscience.
Okay,
Okay,
okay. We
No, we
can.
can't. I'm
we're
sorry,
sorry.
Keith. We can't bring him. I don't have on good faith. I cannot bring him
I
because I
have
feel
to
like a
leave.
hypocrite. I will
I've got
not
Sure,
one
bring
sure.
him
more minute.
Last
into Martin's.
Okay, I've
last
got
But
one
question.
more
next
minute
to
and then I'm
Martin's, there's
out
a
of here.
vegetarian restaurant
Okay.
opposite. There's a nice shetty restaurant. We'll keep him there. But even in veg, he can't eat everything. So whatever he can eat, he'll
It's
eat. But it's going to be
11:07. I'm
painful.
7 minutes
Oh, I have to walk the dog.
late
Okay.
for where.
It's 11.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I need to go.
Well, so there are a lot of questions. We'll do one last one. Okay. And then, but there are a lot of questions. Sorry, we couldn't get to all of them. We'll get to
Can't we
your
get them
questions
back
later
for
on
part two?
future
The
episode.
birthday continues. Huh?
Oh,
Return of
We
the
can
Jedi.
Monday is the next cock and bull. If you want, we can do it.
So we'll
But
continue
anyway,
on Monday
yeah, cool. So last question.
from
Last question.
Alibag. Oh.
Yeah, last question comes from Madan Singh Kumar. He says, Cyrus, what a ride it's been. Wishing you a very happy birthday, my man. I'm a 46-year-old
You.
from Itarsi in Madhya Pradesh. Firstly, have you ever been to Itarsi? Has anyone
no,
here ever been to Itarsi?
no.
No.
I
I'm,
Okay.
have.
I'm the
Go
one who.
invite me.
You
I
have?
have. I have.
Oh,
My
wow.
train has gone through while going to Bhopal.
My train has
Okay, cool.
gone through
My
while
train has
Guys,
going to
gone.
let them
Bhopal.
finish. Let them
This is
finish.
the guy
I'm
who got
getting off.
58%. See how competitive and dirty he is? My
That's
train
hilarious.
was going through. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I've flown over
Okay.
all of Europe here. My
Yeah.
flight to London, I visited every European country on my way. Yeah.
Okay,
My
I'm
plane
late.
So
has
I
the
have
gone
to
question
leave.
is, okay. The question is, I'm closing on to 50, just like you. What is the one thing to look forward to and one thing to dread about turning 50, according to you? For me, the negative would be the joint pains that I've already started up.
Hey,
You might
no
be better
joint
off in
pain.
that regard because you work out so much. Would love to hear what you have to say. Love the podcast. All
Yeah.
the best
Start
to you and your
Recovery
drinking
from
family.
in-
alcohol
recovery from
by
injury
yourself.
takes
Stock
longer.
the
That's
bar.
terrible. But the good thing to look forward to is your hearing seems to go first. So if the wife is going on nagging you or somebody's irritating you or you're doing a podcast where you're not paying attention, the great thing is you can't really hear much. So I appreciate that because I find construction work in South Bombay never ends. I can't stand the sound of that. So the fact that it's dulled a little bit in my head is a great sign. So old age is not that bad. There are lots of good things. You can see less. The control of your visual faculties is going. So people don't appear to be as ugly as they were before. You can't really see them, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay,
So
can I just, I want
nobody
one
cares
thing
for your
before we
observation
end. Before
because
we
you're a
end,
man who
Yes.
eats herbs
Yes, Kunal.
before we end,
and goes
I
for
want to,
walks in
I want
Shivaji
three
Park at 6 in
comments.
the morning with old ladies.
There are three
Ah,
comments that I want to read out. Okay.
okay, put
Firstly,
your middle finger down and do it, please. Mine is a
uh,
very vegetarian show.
comment
Thank
for
you.
Cyrus. Big salute,
Yes,
Cyrus, for not batting an eyelid when your wife screams at you. You are a truly an
not an eyelid.
inspiration.
He
For
doesn't
Thank
even
you.
Aisha,
listen.
Aisha, your photographs are so amazing. Can you talk about it when it all started? That's for you. So you'll feel good. Cyrus will be good. And Antariksh, for you, your Wi-Fi is weak today. This
Oh,
is the
thank you.
compliment.
Great.
Okay.
Thanks. What a compliment.
Silverie, you had to bring it down, yaar. We were getting one praise after another, and then you and your
Okay, are we done?
Wi-Fi.
Can we say
You're
bye?
something are we done. This is not your marriage. Can't walk out of this. Okay, this is
Cyrus,
something you have to show
an
respect for.
hour
This
and
is
10 minutes, my
institution called the
head is
podcast.
reeling. I can't take
Your
it
head is reeling. I
anymore.
have to live with you. What about my head? Hello?
All right, let's live
Yeah, yeah.
separately. You're
Okay,
all
we'll
Okay,
continue.
this is this
capable.
this is where they
Given
announce
the
it,
lots of
guys.
messages, let's continue on Monday, na? Seriously.
Okay,
No,
okay,
no,
yes.
no.
You're done.
You must be mad.
Kunal,
Let's
are you
go.
with us on
Have
Monday?
a very happy birthday, Cyrus. The party is gonna start. Now I have to go
Where
to
are
my
you
Coming
on
college.
Monday?
home?
Huh?
Kunal, are you with us on Monday or you're back in Bombay?
No, I'm there on Monday.
When are we
I
coming
don't know what
back?
he's saying.
You
Monday
said Monday
afternoon.
we're coming back, no?
Uh, yeah.
Sorry, Silvery, to have a personal conversation, but this is the level of the conversation.
That's
It's
fine.
like the WhatsApp
Yeah.
conversations Kunal has with his relatives. Hello, hi,
Okay.
what's up?
Okay, okay,
What's up?
bye.
How
Bye,
you doing?
Silverie.
How you
Thank you
doing?
so
I
All
think
much.
good,
yeah, I think we
all
can end it.
good.
It's
Cyrus.
wonderful. I'm
Tell
out
me
of here. Stop camp.
और खबर हाँ खबर बहुत है. Tell me now. You tell me. Yeah, I'm telling you. All right, Kunal, put your
Oh,
clothes on for God's sake. God,
bye,
you got been in the sun.
Cyrus,
You're
I'm
as
tired.
white as sheet.
I'm tired. I want
Yeah,
to go for a shower now.
go for your shower. Clean every body part. Clean that set twice. All right,
Bye.
Silvery,
Happy
I'm also going to walk dogs. Is
tomorrow.
that cool?
All right, Cyrus. Thank you so much. A very happy birthday. See you soon.
You too. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Cyrus. Thank you.
Thank you.